Coach Moseley, just 3 days till your game with the alumni team up here Saturday. How does the team look so far in your spring drills?
Well, Ed, we had an awful good week last week. Previous to that, we had had very bad weather and had very spotty practices. But the last 5 days, we've had good practice. In other words, the boys worked awful hard. They have a good spirit and doing a pretty good job.
Well, what are the major problems now?
Well, all 11 positions, usually our problems here, although I feel that the interior linemen, not the lack of as far as quality is concerned, but we don't have enough of them. We lost some awful good football players last fall.
What are you going to do now with those 5 boys, those 5 quarterbacks, all of whom are pretty good quarterbacks?
Well, they're pretty good prospects, and no doubt we'll utilize them to the best possible advantage. There's even a possibility of changing 1 or 2 of them for experience more than anything else, although we think that they'll all eventually play a lot of quarterback for us before they leave here.
Well, Coach, now the past few months we've been reading in the newspapers and getting reports that from all over the state practically that VPI is rounding up some pretty good freshman boys. In fact, about 5 first-team all-state high school players. What comment do you have on that recruiting program?
Well, as far as the recruiting program is concerned, I certainly hope that we are able to get a very fine group of freshmen. So far, we have been somewhat successful in the state. We're going to lose a lot of fine boys this time. We're certainly going to need it. It'll be a wonderful opportunity for the good high school boys to be able to play right quick.
Well, Coach, this is your 7th year as head football coach at Virginia Tech. Would you say that the schedule for 1957 is as tough as one as you've ever had here?
Ed, I imagine it is. In fact, I honestly believe that it will be the toughest schedule we've had in the previous 6 years.
How about some of those clubs you'll be playing?
Well, as you know, we open with Tulane University in New Orleans in Sugar Bowl Stadium. Incidentally, that'll be a night game, the first night game ever to be played in the Sugar Bowl Stadium. And then we go to Morgantown, West Virginia, which also will be an awful tough game for us. And then I don't know the exact order, but we play Villanova this year, and William and Mary, and the other state teams, Virginia, Richmond, and BMI. Then we go back to Florida State again, which makes for an awful tough schedule.
Well, Coach, getting back to this game this Saturday, which starts at 1:30, how about some of the boys that'll be playing against your varsity, the boys playing for the alumni team?
Well, you know, this is our second affair of this sort, and last year we had a rather good group back, but they weren't very well organized. But this time, I think they have an awful good football team. The way these fellows talking around here now, we're going to have a lot of trouble. You know, we had 10 awful good football players as seniors this past fall. They'll all be playing, and then boys like George Priest and Buzz Nutter from the Pro League, and they're going to have a very fine outfit.
And do you imagine that with Vito Pirelli helping to coach them, that they'll throw that ball all over the stadium?
They're talking about doing an awful lot of throwing now.